know? The whole COVID aspect was meh. Yeah. Yep.
A place to meditate. A place to remember what happened in Iga.
Okay. Okay. I gotta say though, I really enjoyed the whole story, but like with Ian and Mickey. Like, Mickey just being the one of the worst human beings on planet Earth, becoming his, Ian's love of his life. Like that shit was just such a good turn. And especially when Ian was you got all the achievements for this game. Really enjoyed it, despite the massive mass hate it got. Yeah, I'm enjoying this game a lot too. Love Ian and Mickey. Oh yes, yeah. I think I feel like a lot of people do because like I don't know. There's just something about those two. Entire Ian and Mickey story arc was very nice. Teared up during, yeah, that wedding episode was something else. I'll tell you. Yeah, yeah, that was something else. Yeah, and especially when Ian was like first starting to show symptoms of, oh my god, what was it that his mom had? Oh my god. Bipolar, wasn't it? Bipolar disorder. When he was first showing symptoms of that, Mickey was all for, no, we are taking care of him. Fuck your decisions, Fiona. We are taking care of him. I loved how he was just right there. We are taking care of Ian. Yeah, yeah, it was. Oh, so yeah, it was bipolar. Yeah. So yeah, about this game, I'm loving this game. Um, I started streaming it around this. I would say around the same time I picked up Last of Us Part Two. But where I was so invested in Last of Us Part 2, I never really had a chance to play much of this. And now that I'm finished, I'm playing more of it, and yeah, really enjoying it. Yeah, really, it's really a big shame that this game did get hate, but it also sold well. Like, I feel like this is one of Ubisoft's best games in a while. You always loved when Frank. Hold on, let me pause this. When Frank showed subtle signs of love or vulnerability towards his family. Me too. I really liked when he did that. You could tell that he cared and loved them, but years of trauma and drug abuse ruined him. It really did, yeah. And I really liked how Frank really did try to like better himself, like where he was sober for that little bit, and then he just went back to his old ways. Hate rooted in either people being the wrong audience or people just making games political for no reason. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. And the hate with Yasuke, I really don't get it because I mean I haven't really got a chance to play as him yet. Well, like not really, I guess, other than the very beginning. But I think Yasuke is a pretty cool character so far. But yeah, just a lot of people hating on shit for no reason. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm enjoying this game a lot. Ubisoft's had some pretty massive flops in the past few years, but I think that they did something really nice with this one. I mean, Skull and Bones was like their biggest flop ever. But I think that game's like coming around, isn't it? Like they're doing big updates to it or something. Story arc I personally enjoyed more than Nawe's. Really? Well, I look forward to playing as him then. Some more, I mean. I feel like, see, I played and own Star Wars Outlaws and the Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, both of which not bad games, really not that bad at all. Are they the best games ever made by Ubisoft? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. But they're not bad. They're fun, they're entertaining, and I mentioned this earlier, but you weren't here. But the Avatar game, I'm a huge Avatar fan, so the world that they built, like with Pandora, was really, really fucking well done. Like, props to Ubisoft, and the way that they like built on the Na'vi as well, amazing. The whole open world copy paste missions and quests, Mark's design is a type of game for me. Yeah. In question, Mark's design, yeah. Doesn't make the game bad. Sometimes you just want to shut your brain off and clear the map doing mindless things. I do enjoy Avatar, but never played it. It's Far Cry. Yeah, so Avatar is pretty much just Far Cry. Yeah, that's like the best way to explain it. It's just Far Cry, but with an Avatar skin. But it's still a fun game nonetheless. I personally enjoyed it. And yeah, like I said with Outlaws, again, enjoyed it. Definitely wasn't as bad as people were making it out to be.
You did not sleep well.
Oh, okay, never mind. But yeah, no. Aside from those, I do think that this is probably Ubisoft's best game in a while, and I think that might be unanimously agreed upon for most of the community. I assume. I definitely do see that there's a lot of positivity surrounding this game too. I think there's more positivity than negativity, to be honest. Because the negativity that's in the minority. Like, that just stems from the grifters that are just fucking annoying.
I had another bad dream. I saw their faces. The men I killed.
I heard you cry out in your sleep.
Ubisoft is
Last
leading
night,
in terms of world
and the
design and
nights
environmental
before it.
graphics, 100%. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
The horrors of war come for everyone equally.
And
As your
the
father,
engine change that they made for this game, completely
secret
needed.
hope
Absolutely needed.
You would be spared.
Nobukatsu and his men.
I
spared
like
no
the
one.
engine that they're using here.
Why should I be?
Definitely an upgrade.
I have been thinking. The victory of our battle will be short-lived. Oda Nobunaga does not know the word defeat, nor mercy.
I think isn't this the only game that Ubisoft has coming out, or not coming out, but isn't this the only game that Ubisoft has for 2025 so far? I don't think Ubisoft announced anything else other than this.
No, it is not. Come, my plum. Take a cleansing breath.
We're going to meditate?
Not in our usual way. This is a technique for protection of mind and body. In
Ubisoft
times
has
of
a Black
danger,
Flag remake that's been in the work for
Here.
many years. Oh, really? Shit.
Fujikiri.
Well, that's awesome.
Yes. I will
I'd
teach you,
definitely be
Fujikiri, to let go of
I'd
your
definitely be
guilt
looking forward to that
and
if
regret.
that comes out
A
soon.
warrior has no use for these things.
I feel like if anything, they probably
Now,
should have remade
tell
the
me
first
about your
game,
nightmare.
because I mean that game is
Hard
completely
to
outdated.
I was alone.
That game
And
could
then
definitely use a
blood.
remake, a
A
big
red
overhaul.
moon.
Did you see the faces of the men you killed as they drew
I
their
mean,
last
I enjoyed the
breath?
first Assassin's Creed, but it
I did.
definitely deserves the remake treatment.
Lift your head up, Fujibayashi Naoe. We have ways to banish such darkness.
The most popular game was Black Flag.
Breathe
Ubisoft drives
deeply.
towards. Yeah, that's true.
Come into the
They are
present
Ubisoft
moment.
after all. But yeah, like I'm just imagining Black Flag with these graphics here, or better, you know. That would be so cool.
Now, begin. Let your
And I will
breath
mention, because I don't think you were here when I mentioned it.
and relax.
Overall, when I play games, I'm more of a completionist. So any game that I tend to play, I try to go for everything. Like I try to go for 100%.
Good.
Now, not every game I do it for. I usually do it for games I haven't played yet.
not
And
force
if it's a game I've played already, I typically won't, just because it's already something I've done and it's just going to take more time to do. So yeah, when it comes to streaming, that's usually what I do. I 100% something I haven't played yet. So this, for example, so when Valhalla came out... Oh, shit, I'm messing up here. Mainly play on PS5 for the fact I'm obsessed with trophy collecting. Yeah, it's funny. Over the years, I've become more obsessed with trophy collecting, or achievement hunting. It was never the way I used to play. I think it just happened with age, because I'm so tired of multiplayer games and the fucking mismanagement, all the bullshit that comes with it. Single player games are so much more fun. They're enjoyable, relaxing, and I think that's probably why I've got like drawn in more towards the achievement hunting. Like, there's even some games, not every game I own, but some games I have on my Steam library and other libraries. I reinstall, I go back and play, just to get the achievements. It's fun. I have a PC, but hold on. I have a PC, but all my trophy collecting is on PlayStation. I can't abandon that now. Very true, very true. Gotta keep it going. Achievements actually help me get more out of my games. Yeah, well, yeah, because some achievements require you to do stuff you don't really do, or you wouldn't normally do, like certain playstyles or certain difficulties. So, yeah, no, I do agree with what you're saying there. Definitely satisfying when you go for stuff like that, when you get out of your comfort zone and do stuff that are achievement related. So yeah, a lot of the time I'll spend, like I say, if it's my first time playing, I'll spend a lot of time doing a specific thing, and just to make sure I have everything. And I know for some viewers it might get a little boring to watch it, especially if I'm really taking my time. But I'm a completionist. Like I said, I like to try and get everything for my first time, and if I don't, I just go and get it for my second playthrough.
You see the world for what it is now.
But at least with a game like Assassin's Creed, it is going to be easy to get everything for your first try, because everything is marked on the map for you. When Valhalla came out, I played that so much. I have over 200 hours in Valhalla. I streamed every single bit of it. I streamed all the expansions it came with.
Thank you for believing in me.
Yeah, everything. The 2 expansions that came with the game at launch, or not at launch, but like with the season pass, plus Dawn of Ragnarok. I spent a lot of time in Valhalla. What's your Steam, if you don't mind me sharing, or if you don't mind sharing? Love to check out your list of achievements. Sure. I'll pop it up here. Just a sec. I gave up on Valhalla. I need to come back to that 100%. Yeah, it was funny because, like, at first I wasn't really vibing with Valhalla, but as time went on, I started really, really enjoying it. Like, I started kind of messing with it a little bit more. So this is my profile here, if you want to check that out. We've got 7 perfect games. 7 and counting. Still going. Not even sure how to look that up. Steam's weird. Oh yeah, they probably changed that over the years. Yeah, they definitely changed it. I know that they changed a lot of the, like, how to search up people. Where do you even go for that shit anymore? Hold on. I don't even know how you even search up anybody. Oh, wait, search for friends, maybe? No, I have no idea. I don't even know if you can do it without adding someone as a friend anymore, can you? Yeah, I think you might need a friend. That's what I was actually just wondering. You might need a friend code. Jesus, can't talk. I mean, while we're here, I could just show you my my like perfect 7 perfect games. That's no problem. So yeah, these are my 7. Wait, what? Okay, I gotta be honest. I don't remember. I don't remember doing this for Soma. Suicide Squad lovers unite. Yeah, I will admit though. I definitely fell off after, like, even before the first season came out. Um, I didn't get the Joker. I didn't get any of the other playable characters after. I got bored of it, and it's probably because I played quite a bit of it, and I just got bored. Yeah, I honestly don't remember 100%ing Soma, but apparently I did. Weird. Yeah, I'm still going. I am still going. A couple months ago, then unlocked Deathstroke, then stopped. Definitely got too repetitive. Yeah, that's definitely why. It got way too repetitive. I still think that the game would have been I still think that the game would have been more successful if it was just a standard Rocksteady game. No live service bullshit, just a straight up single player game. That's it. With the option to play as the different members of the Suicide Squad. Oh, no way. You can actually slip? Yo, that's so cool. Can you fall? The game would have been way better if the content you were playing had actual substance. All the missions felt like side activities. Yeah, that's true. And even all like the side activities or like just all the other missions in general were just copy paste, copy paste. It was just the same shit. But unfortunately, there was really nothing that Rocksteady could do. They couldn't make any drastic changes because the game was made, it had a release date and everything. Like, they delayed it by a couple months, but I don't really think they did anything. I think it was I don't even know what they did. I don't think it was anything that they did. Unfortunately. But for like, for just playing through the main story, it was enjoyable. The builds you could make and the gameplay felt really fun. Just the content you played was, yeah, I do agree with that. The main story, like I said, the main story campaign was also like that one definitely kept me invested. That's what kept me invested for the most part. Um, However, there are definitely some gripes as a comic book fan that I had with the story. Like for one, when King Shark had the lantern ring on him, it's like that's not how it works. The lantern ring has to choose the person it goes to. I don't think King Shark is a worthy wearer of the lantern ring. But that was definitely, I mean, to most people it doesn't seem that big of a deal, but as a comic book reader,
Maui, there you are.
it was definitely not a great look, you know? Because, yeah, the lantern ring has to choose its host. You can't just put it on. But that's what King Shark did. The entire story, the entire story beat they wrapped up at the end was so funny to me. Guess what? The League was all clones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do remember seeing that. That was the conclusion for that. All of them were just clones. So you didn't actually kill any of the League members. uh, it was a fun game, but it was definitely a mess. Story wise, it was a mess. Not everywhere, but it was a mess in certain parts. Basically wanted a way to say Batman didn't die so they can make more games. Exactly. But it's funny, did you see that Warner Brothers canceled every single project they had on the go? They even canceled that fucking Wonder Woman game. I was so mad to see that. That game was in development for how long? And that game was going to be fucking brought out by Monolith. Fucking Middle-earth. The Middle-earth Shadow games. Dude, that shit would have been lit. I would have loved that Wonder Woman game, but Warner Brothers is not taking any more chances. They canceled all the other projects they had on the go. Yeah, Wonder Woman would have been incredible. Nemesis system is peak. Oh, absolutely. And the thing that sucks is Warner Brothers owns the patent to the Nemesis system, so yeah, no other company can use the Nemesis system. You 100% shadowed. You 100% Shadow Mordor last year. Yeah, I loved Shadow of Mordor. And Shadow of War, actually. Really liked Shadow of War a lot. Can't say I don't think I had... No, I didn't 100% those at all. I think I was going to, but I got bored and played something else. Yeah, so it's really sad. Yeah, so like I say, I feel like the reason why Wonder Woman, wow, Warner Brothers canceled all the other projects they had on the go is because I don't think they're taking any more chances. They have had flop after flop after flop. I think Hogwarts Legacy was like their last successful game, and rightfully so. Fucking awesome game. And as a big Potterhead, love that game so much. Yeah. So Warner Brothers' only IPs at this point are Batman, Game of Thrones, and, well, Hogwarts. They have, I think, maybe there's one more, I think. I can't remember. Either way, they have like 3 or 4 IPs that they have in their pocket right now. They are not taking any chances. They are going to milk the fuck out of Batman. They are going to milk the fuck out of Hogwarts, Game of Thrones, and whatever the other one is. Oh, Mortal Kombat. That's what it is. Yeah, 4 IPs. They do not want to do anything else because everything else has failed. Multiverses, that also released twice and failed both times. I saw that, yeah. That's unfortunate because that would have been a fun game for people that like the Smash Bros type of fighting games. See, as much as I love the Harry Potter world, as much as I love Batman and Game of Thrones and Mortal Kombat, the fact that they are not taking any more chances outside of those IPs is sad. That just goes to show that they know they fucked up. And they just don't trust that any other IP that they release will do well. But it can do well if they just get out of their fucking way, get out of their asses, and actually make a good game. It's not hard to do. They've done it many times before. They can do it again. You also enjoyed Gotham Knights, but stopped playing because my friend abandoned me. Oh no. Yeah, I gotta admit, I did enjoy Gotham Knights myself. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it as much as I thought I would. But I enjoyed it enough. I played a fair amount of it, even after I finished the game. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It could have been better, but yeah. It's just another attempt at a fucking gear system looting RPG that didn't need to happen. It could have just been a straight up like Batman, like Bat Family Arkham game or Arkham style game with the Bat Family. That's as simple as it could have been. But Warner Brothers being Warner Brothers, they just have to get their fucking hands in the jar of RPGs and looting and all that other shit. It's just the entire trend of making a dev that's perfected its craft jump ship to make something that's popular. Exactly. So many publishers, so many developers are trying to chase trends that just don't work for their fucking game. That don't work for the type of games that they make. It's so annoying. I mean, look at Call of Duty. Call of Duty is still trying to chase trends that just don't work for the type of shooter game that they are. They're purposely killing their own franchise because they're trying to Fortniteify their game, and it just doesn't work. I used to be a huge Call of Duty fan. Not anymore.
Where have you been, child?
Just busy, Auntie Mata.
They completely
Yes.
forgot what it. They
I
completely
know, but you
forgot
have
what
overcome these
the name
past
Call of
weeks.
Duty means. They
Your
forgot the
first
entire meaning
battle.
of the franchise.
How brave you must have been to survive it.
I wasn't sure I would. But Momochi-san, you said I fought well.
As I knew you would too. Have pride
How
in
the mighty
yourself.
fall.
Now we push past survival.
Naughty Dog
With
should have
my
released The Last of
family
Us Online.
scroll
Meanwhile,
written
Concord
in
gets
my
greenlit,
ancestors' hand.
and so does Marathon. Last of Us
All
Factions was
shinobi
super unique.
families have
I wish I would have had a
secrets, you know?
chance to play
Thank you.
the
The
Factions
scroll's
mode.
lessons will be
That sounded
very
really fun. A
useful
buddy
to
of
you,
mine
but more
played it,
useful when you retrieve it. I
and he
gave
loved it.
away for
He loved it.
safekeeping.
He played Factions and he
Floorboards
loved it.
are already
Sounded
full
really
of
fun.
other secrets.
I'll find it. Where?
Yeah,
With the
Concord.
priest at the shrine.
That's
Go.
gonna
Learn
go
from
down in
those who
history
came
as like the
before us.
quickest death of a AAA game ever. Concord
It's been
is
a
going
harsh
is
winter.
it's gonna go down in
Tougher
history
than
as that
any
type
I
of
can
game.
remember.
AAA game
Guess
that just
I need
dies
toughening
instantly.
up too.
And Marathon, it's hard to say how that game's gonna do because, especially for the PC player side, they are not liking the fact that it has mouse and keyboard aim assist. Which, I mean, that's such a fucking spit in the face for most PC players. Like, I think that's their answer for nerfing controller aim assist. It's like, just nerf the controller aim assist. Don't give PC players the aim assist. We don't need it. Nerf the fucking controller aim assist. It's not that fucking hard to do. But no, they won't. They want to have everybody have an advantage. No, there's no skill involved anymore in any game. Like, the skill factor for most shooter games, for most multiplayer games, not even just shooter games, just any multiplayer game, the skill factor is, like, pretty much gone. Because everybody needs, like, the developers think that every player needs to have their handheld. And it's so fucking annoying. What happened to just playing and getting better as you play? I remember when that was a time. I heard Arc Raiders is, like, blowing up right now. Even just being in an alpha state. Like, that's crazy. It's good. Like, I'm all for multiplayer games kicking the shit out of the ones that just don't work. Like, bring in some new multiplayer games that are just gonna kick the absolute shit out of the incompetent ones. Played the technical test and loved it so much. Yeah, I've heard people loved the technical and the alpha. I haven't had a chance to play it. Don't really have the desire. Not because like for me it looks bad. It's just I think overall I'm just so tired of multiplayer games. I'm really just tired of them. Whether they're good or bad, I have favorites. My favorite multiplayer games that I love to play: Rainbow Six Siege, Counter-Strike, Valorant, and Marvel Rivals. Love the fuck out of those games, but it's still like, even though I love them, they're just not enough to keep me playing because it's the same shit over and over and over. Because of the same shit over and over, the constant mismanagement, everything, it's ruined the enjoyment I have out of the games I love. And that's why I've pretty much just stopped and quit multiplayer games. Like, I've solely been playing single-player games since February. I haven't touched a single multiplayer game since February. I just don't have the desire. They're so just not fun anymore. PvE is a different like story. Like PvE, some PvE games I'll still play here and there, but when it comes to PvP, I'm done. Like, I'm just so over it. PvP parts can be really tense, but the PvE aspect is incredible. Robots are super scary. I heard that the robots are scary and they're tough. Like, they hit hard. PvP in general is hard for me. Yeah, see, for me, it's not so much PvP is hard, it's just I've played a lot of PvP games. Oh, can't go that way. I've played a lot of PvP games, and I know what's good, I know what's not good. And with the same, like, mismanaged bullshit that's been releasing year after year, whether it's from Call of Duty, whether it's from whoever, Battlefield, whatever, it gets old real quick. And again, it taints the enjoyment you have out of the multiplayer games you actually enjoy. Like I said, in my case, Rainbow Six, Valorant, Counter-Strike, and Marvel Rivals. love those games, but with the amount of shit that comes with multiplayer games nowadays, it tainted the enjoyment I have out of those. Heavily dislike skill-based matchmaking. You hit a wall and the fun is gone. Yup. A lot. I'm in that same boat. I despise the type of skill-based matchmaking that's in most multiplayer games nowadays. Again, whatever happened to just playing and improving? With skill-based matchmaking, you can't play and improve. You play and then you just get completely bombarded with bullshit left, right, and center. There's no improving at all. Whereas back in the day, well, you play a multiplayer game, you get shit on, you learn from it. You can't do that anymore. Because skill-based matchmaking completely prevents that. The second you learn how to counter your opponent, well, guess what? Skill-based matchmaking is going to fuck you in the ass hard. You're going to start bleeding everywhere from your asshole. That's how hard. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, multiplayer games are to me, multiplayer games are dead. They're dead to me. I'm done with them. Literally just catering to the masses. It's all engagement based. Win an Apex Legends game, your next game will be hell on earth. Yep, exactly. Engagement optimized matchmaking. There's a saying. So with most of these games trying to cater, like you said, they're catering to the masses. Developers and publishers are trying to make games that are for everyone. Video games aren't for everyone, especially PvP. If you make a game for everyone, you make a game for no one. That's the saying that I've been hearing a lot lately. You make a game for everyone, a game for everyone is a game for no one. It's true. Like,
I wonder what I'll learn from the
yeah,
Ancestor Scroll.
it's so frustrating. It really
Just
is.
wanna be good.
Especially knowing that
A real
multiplayer games
shinobi.
used to be so good.
The shrine. Auntie Matsu's scroll will be close.
That's what I love from software. No easy modes, just get good or play something else. Exactly. Yep, I too love from software. I love Dark Souls, I love Elden
Fight
Ring,
my way out.
Sekiro. Whoops. Okay. Even other Souls-like games that are not from software. Like Lies of P, such a good game. What's another one? Lords of the Fallen, really like that one a lot as well. Mortal Shell. Even the Star Wars Jedi games. Those ones, both of those I enjoyed thoroughly. Yeah, there's a lot of Souls-like games out there that are really enjoyable. And yeah, it's like most of them are no easy mode, get good or play something else. And that's what multiplayer games are missing. They're missing the skill factor. Because most multiplayer games, whether it's PvP or PvE, players are getting their hands held. It's like, why not just play to get better? Why do you need to have your hand held? I mean, like I say, aim assist, controller aim assist is a huge fucking example of that. Extremely huge example. And what makes it even more annoying is most controller players won't acknowledge the fact that controller aim assist is fucking broken and overpowered and shouldn't be the way it is. You have yet to play Lies of P. Playing through Lords of the Fallen with a friend. Last Berserker, Kazan looks good, really good as well. Yeah, so I started playing a little bit of Lies of P. I didn't get too far into it, but the little bit I have played, I'm loving it. I played more Lords of the Fallen than that, just because Lords of the Fallen was the game I started playing first, before Lies of P. And yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying Lords of the Fallen. And the Berserker game, yeah, I don't have it, but it definitely looks really good. I watched Jev play it a little bit, and Jev makes every game he plays super fucking fun and super entertaining. And yeah, that Berserker game definitely seems like a game I'd play for sure.
That must be the scroll. Here it is. Auntie Matsu's family scroll.
Some games, like say The Last of Us
I
Part
will
2,
never
accessibility
have guessed
options
Auntie's
matter as
family
the
was
story
so
is the main
powerful.
driving factor. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll learn their
Like,
secret techniques.
there are certain like situations where accessibility options are completely fine, you know? But then there are other situations where they just shouldn't even exist, you know? Or not exist, but they shouldn't be like where they are, I guess. I really don't know how else to put it, but yeah. Like, even once in a while, like kind of going back to the whole Call of Duty thing, like even once in a while, I'll actually go back and play like Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1 through the Plutonium client, because that's the only safest way you can actually play the older COD games on PC. Because the older COD games on PC are a security risk if you play it directly through Steam, but if you play it through Plutonium or Ultiware for some of the other ones that don't have their own client, launcher, whatever, it's a perfect way to do it. And it's also a perfect way to get the feeling you used to get when playing COD. You're also a Jev enjoyer, the only phase member that's authentic. I completely agree, absolutely agree there. Yeah, he's the only one that's like that just plays games and is just authentic about it, like just him as a whole. He's as authentic as they get. Funny part is they still charge oh yeah, no they do. 70 bucks, 80 bucks. Yeah, it's funny actually. Like Black Ops 2 used to be $69.99. They increased that price like a few years ago for some reason. Don't ask me why. I don't think anybody knows. FaZe went from gaming to chasing women and drugs in LA. True. I've definitely noticed that. They're doing a lot more IRL stuff. FaZe is not about gaming anymore. They're not about, like, being the best snipers or the best gamer or best player or whatever. Not really. Not anymore. FaZe is not like they used to be. Not like they were back in early 2000s, early 2010s. It's not all about that 360 no scope trick shot fucking thing anymore.
Are you finished your
I
training?
remember seeing one of those search and destroy clips. Actually, like it actually gets passed around a lot. So I see it quite often, but it's I think it's from MW2. Yeah, MW2 on. Oh, I think it's MW2. It's been so long, but it was the one where Buddy was sniping. He flew off the side of the building, threw the knife, got the kill, won the match. Everybody in the lobby freaked out. Back in the day, I was part of a trick shotting clan. Good times. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was never that good to be part of a clan like that, but I played, I got better, but I was still never that good. I got good enough that I could hold my own, carry the team sometimes, but never that good.
For today. But there's so much more to learn, isn't there?
It is only the beginning. We have years worth to catch you up on. Are you ready for that?
To be fair, too, I was
ready.
always more of like a running gunner. I was never really one for the like getting trick shots or sniping all the time. I'm a good sniper. Well, nowadays I'm a good sniper. I do enjoy sniping a lot more than I used to. But in the end, I've always been a running gunner. So whether I always use ARs or SMGs. That's just my play style. Well, at least it used to be when I played multiplayer games. Like I said, the last time I even touched a single multiplayer game was in February of this year. And it was actually on February 20th, my birthday. That was the last time I touched a single multiplayer game. I haven't touched any more after that. Every multiplayer game I had installed are currently uninstalled. Just don't have any desire. What's closer? That one? That's closer. The yellow. back to the television thing. I need to give you my top 5 shows in no particular order: Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Shameless, Punisher, True Detective season 1. So, True Detective I've never seen, but I've heard good things. Breaking Bad, I have it on my watch list. I haven't started watching it yet. I've been meaning to watch it like for years now, but I see something new and I'm like, oh, I want to watch that instead. Better Call Saul, same thing. Heard amazing things. Punisher, I am finally getting around to finishing season 2. Loving season 2 so far. I am so sad that it got canceled, but at least we get John Bernthal, or however you pronounce his last name, in the Daredevil Reborn show as Punisher. He really is, like, in my opinion, the best Punisher we've had in a while. John is Punisher. Just like RDJ is Iron Man, and always will be. Chris Evans, Captain America, always will be.
The world, then?
John Bernthal kills it. He does. He really does. Yeah, he does kill it in every role. The bear. Yeah, I've heard the bear is really good, too. I don't know if you started watching Daredevil Born Again. I actually just finished season 1 like a few weeks ago. More than a few weeks ago. And it was so good. That last episode, holy shit. Jaw-dropping. Yeah, I haven't started, been working through a Marvel rewatch. Yeah, I gotta do a Marvel rewatch soon. I actually just recently went to see Thunderbolts. Really fucking good. I think Marvel finally remembered how to properly, like, space out their Marvel movies and how to properly give us a Marvel movie again. Because the problem was they were just releasing so many, so many in between, never with a break. So I think they finally, like, remembered, hey, we need to be focusing more on quality over quantity. And they have. Like, they learned their lesson. They've started focusing more on quality over quantity, for sure. I want to see all these Marvel things, but I need to rewatch Marvel because Marvel has fallen off a lot. Yeah, Marvel has fallen off, but I definitely feel like they're coming back. Guardians 3 was the exception. Thunderbolts was the exception. Deadpool and Wolverine were the exception. I think the second Black Panther movie was also the exception. Like, there were some good ones during this new phase, but overall, yeah, there were definitely a lot of misses, especially with some of the shows. But no, like I said, I think they learned their lesson, because especially with Thunderbolts, if Thunderbolts is any indication, they have learned their lesson 100%. Like, and even though we've had like what three Fantastic Four movies, 2 of which were just like, you know, one was the sequel, and then the one in 2014 was that fucking mess. I do feel like now that Fantastic Four is out from under Fox, I do feel like Fantastic Four has a chance at being successful finally. Multiverse, yes, okay, yeah, that's right. Multiverse was also an exception too. That was a good one.
Oda's shadow grows longer with each passing day. Is anywhere safe?
Make an offering. But yeah, no, I really did like Multiverse of Madness as well. Marvel's movie was horrendously cringe. It was. It really was. Yeah, I've seen, like, even the bad ones. Up to this point, I've seen every Marvel show and movie, and yeah, unfortunately, I can say that there were a lot of flops. It really sucks that Secret Invasion, that was a flop apparently. Like, I mean, I liked it. It just sucks that it was a flop with other people, or like overall, I guess. I don't think I watched. I'm about to, but I don't think I watched Agatha yet. I heard mixed things about it. Like, I heard it was good, and then I heard people were like meh about it, you know? I just like when movies make the point women are powerful slaves.